The Industrial Revolution was a period of dramatic change, not just in technology, but also in architecture. This era, spanning from the late 18th century to the early 19th century, saw the rise of new industrial cities and the transformation of existing ones. Factories, mills, and warehouses began to dominate the urban landscape, replacing the traditional handcrafted buildings of the past. The need for mass production and efficient transportation drove the development of new architectural forms and construction methods. New materials and building techniques emerged, transforming the way structures were designed and built. Iron and steel became the backbone of industrial architecture, allowing for the creation of larger and more durable buildings. Brick and glass were also used extensively, providing both strength and aesthetic appeal. The introduction of these materials led to the development of new construction techniques, such as the use of prefabricated components and modular design, which made building faster and more efficient. Buildings became bigger, taller, and more innovative than ever before. The advent of the steel frame construction method allowed architects to design structures that reached unprecedented heights, giving birth to the first skyscrapers. These towering buildings not only symbolized industrial progress, but also reshaped the urban skyline, creating a new architectural aesthetic that emphasized verticality and modernity. Factories and warehouses, with their vast open spaces and functional design, became the prototypes for modern industrial architecture. The impact of this architectural revolution continues to shape our cities and buildings today. Many of the principles and techniques developed during the Industrial Revolution are still in use, influencing contemporary architecture and urban planning. The adaptive reuse of old industrial buildings has become a popular trend, blending historical elements with modern design to create unique and functional spaces. This fusion of old and new reflects the enduring legacy of industrial architecture and its ability to adapt to changing needs and technologies. This essay will explore the profound impact of the Industrial Revolution on architecture. We will delve into the ways in which industrialization transformed the built environment, examining the key innovations and architectural styles that emerged during this period. From the rise of the factory to the birth of the skyscraper, we will trace the evolution of industrial architecture and its influence on modern design. We will examine the new materials, technologies, and building types that emerged during this era and their lasting legacy on the built environment. By understanding the historical context and technological advancements of the Industrial Revolution, we can better appreciate the architectural innovations that continue to shape our world today. Join us as we journey through this transformative period in architectural history and uncover the stories behind the buildings that defined an era. Before the Industrial Revolution, buildings were primarily constructed using traditional materials like brick, stone, and timber. These materials limited the size and scope of buildings. Construction techniques had changed little for centuries. Most buildings were modest in scale, with limited interior space. Ornate decoration and craftsmanship were highly valued. The Industrial Revolution marked a radical departure from these traditional building practices. The Industrial Revolution ushered in a new era of building materials. Iron and steel, stronger and more versatile than traditional materials, became widely available. Large-scale production made these materials more affordable. Glass, another key material, enabled architects to create buildings filled with natural light. These new materials allowed for larger, taller, and more innovative structures than ever before. The Industrial Revolution demanded new building types to accommodate its technological advancements. Factories, with their large open spaces and need for natural light, became a defining feature of the industrial landscape. Railway stations, another new building type, connected cities and facilitated trade. These structures showcased the potential of iron and glass in large-scale construction. Section 5. Crystal Palace and Iron Bridge symbols of the Industrial Age. Crystal Palace, built in London in 1851, exemplified the architectural possibilities of the Industrial Revolution. This grand structure was designed by Joseph Paxton and was initially constructed to house the Great Exhibition of 1851. The exhibition showcased the latest innovations and marvels of the industrial world, drawing millions of visitors from around the globe. The Crystal Palace itself became a symbol of progress and human ingenuity, representing the dawn of a new era in construction and design. This massive structure, made almost entirely of iron and glass, demonstrated the potential for prefabrication and modular construction. Its design allowed for rapid assembly and disassembly, a revolutionary concept at the time. The use of prefabricated sections meant that the building could be constructed in a matter of months rather than years. The Crystal Palace's innovative design and construction techniques influenced future architectural projects and set new standards for building efficiency and flexibility. The Iron Bridge, completed in 1779, was an early example of iron's structural potential. Located in Shropshire, England, it was the world's first bridge made entirely of cast iron. Designed by Thomas Farnells Pritchard and built by Abraham Darby III, the Iron Bridge was a groundbreaking achievement in engineering. It demonstrated the strength and durability of iron as a building material, paving the way for its widespread use in construction. This bridge, spanning the River Severn in England, marked a turning point in bridge design and paved the way for larger and more ambitious structures. The Iron Bridge not only facilitated transportation and commerce, but also inspired future engineers and architects to explore the possibilities of iron in construction. Its success led to the development of more advanced iron structures, including railways, buildings, and other bridges, solidifying iron's place as a cornerstone of the Industrial Revolution. Section 6, from Gare d'Orsay to today, the enduring influence of industrial design. The architectural innovations of the Industrial Revolution continue to influence building design today. The Gare d'Orsay in Paris, a former railway station transformed into a museum, showcases the elegance and grandeur of industrial architecture. Its soaring iron and glass roof structure has become an iconic example of 19th century architecture. Many contemporary buildings incorporate elements of industrial design, such as exposed brickwork, open floor plans, and large windows. Dissection 7. The urban landscape transformed cities in the age of industry. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on the urban landscape. Factories and railway lines transformed cities, creating new patterns of work and living. The rapid growth of industrial cities led to new challenges related to housing, sanitation, and urban planning. The legacy of this period is still evident in the layout and infrastructure of many modern cities. Section 8. Echoes of the Revolution industrial style in modern architecture. The Industrial Revolution's influence on architecture extends far beyond the 19th century. In recent decades, there has been a renewed interest in industrial aesthetics. Architects and designers often incorporate elements of industrial style into their work. This style, characterized by raw materials, exposed structural elements, and a minimalist aesthetic, reflects a fascination with the industrial past. Section 9. A lasting legacy. The Industrial Revolution's impact on the built environment. The Industrial Revolution was a pivotal period in architectural history. It marked a significant shift from traditional building methods to more innovative and efficient techniques. This era saw the rise of new materials, such as iron and steel, which allowed for the construction of larger and more durable structures. The use of these materials revolutionized the way buildings were designed and constructed, paving the way for modern architecture. It transformed the way buildings were designed, constructed, and experienced. The introduction of mechanized production methods meant that buildings could be constructed more quickly and at a lower cost. This led to the rapid expansion of cities and the development of new urban centers. The Industrial Revolution also brought about significant changes in the way people lived and worked, with many moving to urban areas in search of employment in the new factories and industries. The innovations of this era, from new materials to new building types, continue to shape the built environment. The use of iron and glass in construction led to the development of iconic structures such as the Crystal Palace and the Eiffel Tower. These buildings not only showcase the technological advancements of the time, but also set new standards for architectural design. The Industrial Revolution also saw the emergence of new building types, such as factories, train stations, and warehouses, which were designed to meet the needs of the growing industrial economy. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution is visible in our cities, factories, train stations, and even our homes. Many of the buildings constructed during this period are still in use today, serving as a testament to the durability and ingenuity of the architectural innovations of the time. The influence of the Industrial Revolution can also be seen in the design of modern buildings, which often incorporate elements of industrial architecture, such as exposed steel beams and large windows. As we continue to innovate and build for the future, the lessons learned during this transformative period will undoubtedly continue to guide us. The Industrial Revolution not only changed the way we build, but also the way we think about architecture and urban planning. By understanding the impact of this era on the built environment, we can better appreciate the advancements we have made and the potential for future innovations. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution serves as a reminder of the importance of embracing new technologies and ideas in the pursuit of progress.